Welcome, friends, and this is Kit Crush Wednesday. I'm Lisa Maynard, the owner of Stampin' Trails, and I'm so glad that you are joining me tonight. It's Wednesday evening. It's when we take a look at the kits collection from Stampin' Up, and oh my goodness, there are going to be some really cool ones coming soon. If you attended World Card Making Day, the event that was put on by Stampin' Up, you got a sneak peek at a kit coming in November, and it is really, really cool. If you like to color and you like to use watercolors, this is the kit for you, and I can't wait to get my hands on it. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to go ahead and flip this camera around, and we're going to get started on a kit that's been out for a while, but we've never explored it here on Kit Crush Wednesday. So we're going to do that tonight, and the kit is called Timeless Greetings. So let's go ahead and flip this camera around and let's get started. If you are joining me live tonight, please let me know. Give me a thumbs up or a love or say hello. All of the things. I really appreciate it, as always. So here we go. Here are 4 cards made with this kit. In total, you will make 8 cards with this kit, and they're very masculine themed, but they could be used for anyone. So timeless greetings. And by timeless, of course, we've got some watches here. So time to celebrate happy birthday. So there are multiple different sentiments in these. And then 2 more cards using the world globe. One, it says thanks, and one says you make the world a better place. Now, we're not going to make all 4 of these tonight. As you can tell, they're very similar, but we're going to make 2 of the 4 so you can see how to assemble each of these 2 designs. So let's go ahead and set those aside. And I'm going to bring those in a little bit just to keep that glare off of our glass mat, which, by the way, is for sale. If you're looking for a glass mat, this is a doozy. It's awesome. Also, the kits collection is on sale right now, so don't remember to take an eye or take a look at those types of things. So again, this kit is called Timeless Greetings. If you hear the dogs in the background, they're playing right now, and I cannot do anything about that. So they're just going to keep playing. So here's the instructions. All the instructions for you are right here, as always. Very, very helpful to have. So I'm going to go ahead and set those aside for a moment. We have our Stampin' Dimensionals, those little foam adhesive pop-up things. Awesome. This stamp spot is a color that we don't have anymore. It's soft suede, but this color does come in your kits, and it is a great color. So set that aside. Our little embellishments, they're diamond-shaped copper-ish adhesive gems, which we're going to use those also. Our mini glue dots, we're going to use those. Our stamp set, it has great sentiments. Happy birthday, thanks, and a couple more. I've already got some of the stamps on block, so we're not going to waste any time with those. Then we've got our layering pieces. Silver foil die cuts, some layering pieces, more layering pieces, our sentiment pieces, cards, and envelopes. Oh my. So Molly and Thatcher are playing up a storm in there. So let's go ahead and set this aside for right now. And I'm going to go ahead and bring in my sheet of grid paper, my little sheet of grid paper, only because I'm going to, one of the elements that we're going to stamp tonight is going to be stamping off of the piece of paper a little bit. So I just want to keep my glass mat clean. It would be clean anyway, but this way I'm not going to stick my hands in it. So let's bring in our first card. So we're going to make this card with the globe tonight, and we're going to go ahead and fold this over just like we always do, and we're going to burnish it right here with our bone folder. I'm going to grab that real quick here, burnish that really quickly with my bone folder, that crease on there, so we can have that nice and flat, just like so. Now, I already went ahead and stamped the sentiment so that we wouldn't waste a lot of time tonight. And this is stamped with the soft suede and your block. And it always, I didn't keep the block in this one, but the kits always come with a block. So we've got some layering pieces and we've got the piece of our globe here. This is what we are going to stamp. Let's move these just out of the way a little bit. Bring our globe in and we are going to grab the stamp that is the world, the map of the world. So we're going to come in and go ahead and ink up our stamp, and I'm going to go into the stamp with my stamp pad because it just seems to work a little bit better on these larger images. Now you could go with the reverse if you would like. That is not a problem at all. And if you're joining me, let me know you're here and share this with all your friends. I really, truly appreciate everyone that tunes in every Wednesday for this. So thank you so much. Now, this is called Timeless Greetings again, and I will put the link to that in the comments after it's done. Now, let's go ahead. And as you can see, my stamp is a little bit bigger than my globe. So part of this is going to stamp off the edge, but I'm going to go ahead and give it a good press right here. Some of it will stamp off the edge and most of it will be on the globe. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Give it a good press. Let that ink set in a little bit and then just pop that right off there. And there we have our stamped image. So let's go ahead and set that aside. And I'm going to put the cover on my ink spot just so I don't get my fingers in it. So let's go ahead and bring in our pieces of our card right here. And this is our first layering piece. We've already got our Stampin' Dimensionals on the back of it. So I'm going to go ahead and hopefully take those backings off. They are not wanting to come off very easily tonight. Oh my goodness. So let's go ahead. Again, dog's playing. I apologize for that. There is no one upstairs at the moment. Molly, quiet, please. Oh my goodness, a little background entertainment for us. These are really sticky tonight. Holy cow, not getting theirs up. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and bring this in, and we are going to center this on our card. I'll bring this up a little bit. We're going to center this on our card, left and right, top to bottom. And I'm going to set that down, and hopefully that looks pretty good. So I'm going to give it a good press on those. All right, let's come in with our globe. And I'm going to go ahead and turn this over. I'm going to put a Stampin' little glue dot on the end of this because we do not have one on here to adhere it to the silver part of our globe. So let's go ahead and do that really quickly. I didn't want to put that on before I stamped in case that would give it a raised area that we wouldn't want on our image. So, and we're going to set that on here and we're going to turn it kind of like an angle about like so. They just ran into the table because they're playing. And there we go. That's what it looks like as we're adhered down. Now I'm going to go ahead and flip that over. Oh my goodness. They are super crazy tonight. So if you can hear that in the background, they are going nuts, nuts back here. Okay, flipping this over and adhering that. They're just playing, guys. They're not fighting. And right here, just like so, right about like that, and give it a good little press. There we go. Excuse me for one moment. Dogs. Okay, friends, I'm back. I apologize. Holy cow. Who would think that I would have to leave alive to take care of the dogs. I apologize. But you never know when what you're gonna get when it's Kit Crush Wednesday, right? And it's live. So these are the things that happen. Oh my goodness. They are something else. So it always keeps me on my toes around here, that's for sure. Now, we've got this other wood layering. It looks like a piece of wood. So we're going to layer this on our card also. And it's going to be down at the bottom here. Oh my goodness. These do not want to come off here tonight. We're going to do it just like so. And we're going to layer this over our atlas or our globe about like yay. About like that. And then we are going to go ahead and put our sentiment on here. And we're going to put it right about like yay. So it's off center a little bit, but still on the card. And there is our card. Super cute. Absolutely super cute. And now let's add those little gold diamond shaped embellishments. And I've got to be able to find the opening to the pack. I didn't have these out and ready yet, but this will only take a quick second. And I'm going to probably use take my pick end of this because they may not come up very easily if I use the other part. And this should work just fine. Now I'm going to put 3 of them on, a couple up here at the top, like so. Just like that. And then 1 down here at the bottom. We like to do them in odd numbers because it's more pleasing to the eye. So there we go. You make the world a better place. Super, super cool card. Again, it's masculine themed, but I think that it would be very appropriate for anyone that you want to send a greeting to who you're thinking about. Let's go ahead and make the second design card, and I'm going to bring in the elements right now. We're going to go ahead and fold our piece of cardstock over our base and burnish it with our bone folder and make that card base nice and flat. Get that out of the way. Of course, again, we have our layering pieces. And so I'm going to set those aside right now, and we are going to stamp this image. I've already, again, stamped the sentiment, time to celebrate. So we already have that done, but we're going to go ahead and stamp the image that goes on our clock face here. So I'm going to bring in my stamp. It's a clock face, and bring in my stamp spot again. It's the soft suede. We don't have that. This is an older kit, but it's still a great color. And the stamp pads still are very fresh and hold lots of ink. So you shouldn't have a problem working with this kit at all if you choose to get it. It is a lovely kit. And like I said, it may be masculine themed, but I think anyone would love to receive a card made with this kit. So now, if you can see the 3 dials at the bottom, or they should be at the bottom, and I'm going to try and place this in the middle of the outer circle that's in black, and I'm going to give this just a good press and let that ink sink in a little bit. So one of the hands of my dial of my clock is going to go in between those 2. And when we go ahead and pop that off, there it is in between. And there we have our clock image. Very, very cool. Super easy to stamp, and it looks great. Now, I'm going to go ahead, and like I did before, I didn't put our little glue dots on the back of this. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now so I can go ahead and adhere that to my watch piece, the silver foil. And we're going to go ahead and pick that up. And as we have it here, we're going to bring it over right here. We'll get that pretty centered, line up our 12 and our 6, and go ahead and lay that on there. Now I already have the Stampin' Dimensionals on the back, but that does not prevent you from adding that on. So with that said, let's bring in our card base and go ahead and take the backings. These are just really sticking tonight. So let's go ahead and maybe use my take your pick tool, and they'll come off maybe a little bit quicker and easier. They sure were not wanting to come off like they usually do, which maybe they're really sticky under there. So I'm going to just use my take your pick tool and getting the backings of those off. Oh my goodness, super sticky. All right, now we're going to bring this in, get this again centered top to bottom, left to right, as best as we can. That looks pretty good. And then just give it a good press, just like so. Now, to go ahead and make our other one, we need to pull in these elements again. And we are going to actually layer this first with the, what would you call this? Part of the watch. The string, the handle, it's not the handle. What am I saying? The part that attaches your watch to your pants or your pocket watch cord, if you will. So we're going to go ahead and have this come about right like so. I think I want it to be about right like so, right like that, because this is going to go under here. Maybe I'm going to bring this down a little bit, maybe down right about here, and maybe right like that. That's a little better. We want this kind of in the middle of our card, and that looks pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and take the backings off of these again. And that was just, I had glue dots on the back of our cord part. And we're going to go ahead and layer this right here, just like that. And give it a nice little press. And then we're going to come in with, again, it looks like a little piece of wood grain to it, which is very cool. It fits the theme very well. And come in and take the backings off of these again. Oh my goodness, these just are really not wanting to come off tonight. Okay, bring this in. And we're going to have this come over the edge of that first layering piece, just a tad, not a lot, but just a little bit, and give that a press. And I think I did go ahead and put, yes, I did, my little mini glue dots on the back of this. So we're going to go ahead and pop those off just like so. And again, this is going to off center this a little bit and come over to the left a little bit and layer that on our other piece just like so. Now we don't need any glue dots or Stampin' Dimensionals behind that, because that pops it up just nice and just really nice right there. Come in with the finishing touches of our little diamond adhesive gems. And I'm going to put this right about here. I'll bring that, I'll make that turn just a tad, and two more down here at the bottom. One right about here and one right about here. Just like so. Let's, with my fingers, turn them a little bit so that they're more straight up and down. And there we have our second card, friends. It's time to celebrate. What a cool, cool looking card. Again, very masculine in style, but I think that depending on who you're sending it to and what the occasion is, I think they would work for anyone. So with that, let's bring these back in. These are the ones we made tonight. And of course, there are other sentiments. Happy birthday and thanks is the other one on this one. So with that, let me go ahead and turn this camera around and finish up for this evening. And We'll get this turned. There we go. We'll get this turned around. So I appreciate you all for tuning in tonight. This is the Timeless Greetings Kit from Stampin' Up. And I will put the link to that in the comments. Please tune in next week because I am getting 2 brand new kits in, and I think that we will be showing one of those next Wednesday for sure. So with that, I'm going to wrap it up for this evening. Please share this with all your friends. Give me a like, a thumbs up. This is also on YouTube if you want to catch the replay, and you can always watch the replay on Facebook too. So again, thank you, friends. I appreciate all of you very much. Have a wonderful evening. Until next week. Bye.